Iza Romanowska is doing a PhD about human evolution and studies process using agent-based modelling. Iza, how would you describe agent-based modelling?
It's one of those really new and interesting simulation techniques. It consists of tiny software units, which we call agents. And you can imagine that as, say, little humans. Every single of the agents is autonomous. They can learn, they interact with each other, they can communicate. They very often interact with the environment. And as we model them, we are able to recreate elements of the systems and see what the dynamics of the systems would be, just coming out of interactions between the agents.
And how are you using it in your work?
I study human origins, and in particular, my topic is the first out of Africa dispersal, when hominins, ancient humans, dispersed from Africa all around the world. So what we do is we create those small groups of hominids foraging on the landscapes. We give them certain characteristics, and we see how the process of dispersal unravels in this kind of virtual society over time. We can then compare it with real archaeological data and test our theories about what has happened in the past.
And what benefits are you getting from this approach?
One of the things that complexity science taught us is that it's not enough to learn a lot about the elements of the systems, that just knowing the characteristics of them will not tell you everything about the system itself. So agent-based modeling is a tool that allows you to model the system from the bottom up and see how the interactions between elements lead to the patterns in the systems that we observe.
And what's the significance of agent-based modelling, do you think?
Well, it's a bit of a complete paradigm shift. Instead of describing systems such as economy, brain in general terms and creating equations that describe them, we can look at the same problem from another perspective, and that perspective already showed a lot of promise in fields like economy, where a lot of the assumptions that had to be taken because of the tool restrictions can now be got rid of, and we can do much more and gain a much deeper insight into how the world works at the very small level.
Iza, thank you very much.
Thank you.